Alright guys, welcome back. We got another war video for you. We're going to start off on path 1 with Kingpin with Hood and Doc Ock. So Kingpin is going to start off here against Thing. I could probably do this one with Doc Ock, but I feel like sometimes having Kingpin's degen and just a little more control over the over his rock stacks can be helpful. Again, it's hit or miss with the degen on, because sometimes you have to play around. Like I'm at 14 now, and I'm gonna try to push him over a bar of power. I can only go like one hit at a time at this point, just in case. But there we go. He throws it, and he's back down. We can get off our special 2. And again, this one was, again, probably Doc Ock could have done this one a little bit easier dealing with the healing, but decided to go with Kingpin, and we're just going to have to play it a little carefully here. So now we got stuck. We got to push him to a bar of power, hit into his block, and we're at the time, because we're doing this, we're letting him get a whole bunch of healing. We take a little hit to the face, but that's fine. So unfortunately, again, we're just trying to push into his block, get him to a bar of power, let him throw that special. That was a complete accident right there. And now he finally throws it. So we took a bit of extra damage there. Finally, we get back to our special 1. We get the degen up so we can get some reduced ability accuracy. Get a second one on. So now we're unlikely to see his rock stacks move too much while we've got 2 degens on him. Back down to 1. Again, need him to throw that special. And don't want to be too close to him. Don't want to trigger those regens again. And a couple times, I think, in this war, I play a lot of dancing, waiting for specials. There, he finally throws it. And now we're just about finished this fight. And there we go. Alright, first one is done. Next up, we've got Immortal Abomination. Now again, this is Masochism, Ibom. So we're going to go Kingpin, but we are not going to throw our special ones, and we're not going to parry. I guess I could parry, and I could throw. I realized I could and can throw special ones. The plan was not to, but because he gets his poison, the poison triggered the Masochism. And if that's the case, then I have a free opening for a parry or get my special 1 on. There was an accidental parry, but I think I might take advantage of that and go for the special 1, but I don't. I don't think I do. I think I'd stick with my original plan, which is go for the special 2s. There, I don't know if that was an accidental one again, or if it was just a poison. So there, I go ahead, I have an unblockable special 1 ready to go, so we get it on. And now I start throwing that special 1 again, because I can see that he's got the regen up anyway from the Masochism, from his own poisons that he keeps getting, so it's fine. Now I realize that, and I finish it off. Very easy fight with Kingpin. Next up, Kingpin again for Ebony Maw here on node 20. This one here, personal space regen and the extra recovery, that's fine. Kingpin is just great because when I do get the falter debuff on me, it disappears usually fairly quickly. So we're just gonna do the usual Kingpin stuff, spam special 1s to try and make sure we got reduced ability accuracy so he doesn't get the regens too much. And you can see I'm approaching falter, so I'm just going to do 1 hit, back off, and I can see that the falter disappeared, so I'm free to go back in and hit him again, get that special 1 off, and Kingpin worked really great for this one. Again, as usual, I run 2 accounts in the same battle group. I do try, this time I didn't have to speed up any fights, so I know some guys really like it when don't like it, I guess, when the fights are sped up. So we've got all full regular speed fights in this one, and Kingpin is going to do a nice job here finishing up Ebony Maw, and then we can take a look at who we have for the second account. Give it a second here. Need him to throw 1 more heavy attack, and goodbye Ebony Maw. Okay, next up on the junior, we're bringing Galan, Odin, and Magneto. Odin is just there for a pre-fight for Magneto for phase 2, for section 2. But we're going to start off with Nimrod here. This fight on 15 is super easy with Galan. We're just going to build to 1 bar of power, heavy, special, and nuked. Super easy with Galan. He has not been banned a lot this season. Next up, we got Idoom on 24 with Buffet and Vigorous Assault. This is also going to be a Galan fight. We've done this a couple times with Galan. But I'm usually pretty like impatient about building up to like a full harvest. So I just go for a couple harvests on this one. But it's pretty safe anyways here with Galan against Idoom on this particular node. So we get a nice clean evade on the special 1. Building up our the harvest charges. I mistimed, of course I mistimed that first heavy. I was late on it. That's on me. There, clean heavy, go for the special 2. Takes almost half of his health down. And again, because of the Vigorous Assault, I have to be careful. I should have built up more charges here to try and nuke him down completely on the next one. But instead, I think I don't get him all the way down. He gets his regen, and when he gets his regen, he's unblockable, so we got to play around that for a minute. So that's not too bad. Here again, I could have waited for a bigger harvest, I think, for this one. But beta special 2. There we go, counter. Go for... Like, see, I didn't get enough, and now he gets the regen, which makes him unblockable. So we just have to be aware of that. Wait for it to be done. He gets a whole bunch of regen, so he's going to regen up back to almost 50%. And we're going to have to do the same harvesting again. It's not terrible, but if you're a little more patient and you build up the charges, then you can get him nuked down in like 1 or 2 harvests instead of having to do like 3 like I did here. Oh, he got the resist on me. But that's okay. Nuke down. Okay, next up we got future Antman on 32 with sloped armor and the bleeds. So we're going to go in with Magneto, and Magneto is pretty much like bleed and shock resistant anyway. So we're going to go ahead and... I think the magnetism shuts down the node completely, and he doesn't really get any armor ups on me on this particular fight, and it's just a very simple future Antman with Magneto fight, in my opinion. So we're just going to parry and heavy the entire time, build up to a special 3, and let it rip. So really straightforward fight with Magneto. Don't really have to worry about any of his abilities. Magneto just shuts him down, and that's why I enjoy Magneto for future Antman here. So again, we're just building up our power slowly, almost at 3 bars. There we go. We're going to drop a big old special 3 on him. And goodbye, future Antman. Next up is a we're going to do the Silver Surfer fight later. First I did Doc Ock against Sasquatch here on Reinvigorated, Unblockable, Never Back Down. This is about as perfect a Doc Ock Sassy fight that I could do. We're going to go parry heavy, and we're going to try not to dash back twice in a row because we don't want to trigger the extra healing. So we're just going to keep our parry heavies up. And the only thing I'm going to have to worry about is when he gets to his Wrath. I'm going to have to be a little careful there. And I'm going to try my best to keep my heal block, keep my debuffs on and refreshed as much as possible. There we get the triple debuff on. I'm going to go ahead, get some nice damage there. And now we're just going to try and get the parry heavies up. He's going to be in Wrath in a second. So I have to be careful of that. Okay, so now he's in Wrath, so I'm going to let him hit into me. When he goes for the heavy attack, then I'm going to attack back in, refresh that heal block with the special 1, back off, let him throw that special 1, and again, take it on the block. After his heavy attack, go back in. Now Wrath is just about over. Even though we gave him some healing, we're just going to go back into our parry heavy game. Get the heal block back up. And now we should be in pretty good shape to finish this one off. We're going to go for the triple debuff again with the special 2. And one more parry heavy is going to do it. And we're going to finish with almost a full yellow bar. That's about it. That's a flawless fight, in my opinion, with Doc Ock. Next, I was a little worried about this one. This one's a buffet vision Aarkus with reinvigorated unblockable. And we're going to go in with Hood. I did have an invul boost on this one, which of course I'm going to, every time you got an invul boost, you got to get like whacked in the face. So I'm going to do that very early on here. I'm trying to back off here, and of course, there goes my invul boost. I'm trying to get to a special 2 so that I can nullify his power gain and the regen from the buffet. And now I can just, if I can keep up my nullify, like my nullifies there, then I should, or my staggers, I should be in good shape. So there, I've got a whole bunch of the charges from Hood. We're going to counter with a heavy attack and nuke him almost all the way down. Just keep playing around his special 1s, keep the staggers up if I can. So here, unfortunately, I need to get them back on. So there we go, got the stagger with the intercept. Go for the special 2, goodbye, Vision Aarkus. That was probably the most concerning fight I had going into this war. Silver Surfer here with sloped armor, static defense. So I'm 100% resistant to shock now because I've got like 90% from Magneto plus another like 90% from the Odin pre-fight. So this is just a regular Magneto versus Surfer fight on this node. Nothing really special here. I'm going to build up to a special 3. At some point, I think I go for a couple specials, then realize I can just go ahead and build to a special 3 and try and nuke him down. He also did not want to throw a lot of specials, and Silver Surfer is definitely one of those guys that the special 2 can catch you out of nowhere. So I'm not too thrilled to push him to a special 2, but we got it down there. We got the full evade on it anyways. So again, that's fine. We'll take the free willpower healing from the armor breaks. And we'll keep, we got clipped a little bit on that one, but not a huge deal. But I am going to use Magneto for a Zemo boss again. So ideally, I don't want to lose too much health. I don't want to be stuck looking for potions or using potions. So there, we're going to charge up our prowess, get a nice big special 3. He's not metal, so it's not going to be like a crazy special 3, but still get a bunch of bleeds and watch him tick down there. And of course, when the bleeds end, you get a little bit of that extra burst damage, but the bleeds take him out anyway. So perfect with Magneto. Next up, again, really nice fight. Sauron here on 46 with reinvigorated, unblockable, burden of might, high energy diet. So we're going to go with Doc Ock, and the direct damage from the heal blocks and power locks are going to be great on this one. And we don't have to worry too much about the healing because we can keep up our heal blocks most of the fight. And we don't have to worry about his unblockable because Doc Ock is a global attacker, and when he has an armor up, he is going to be able to remove prowess as well as power burn at the same time. So really nice for this fight here because you don't have to worry about that unblockable special, even though we're very confident evading both Sauron Special 1 and Special 2. So, but again, Doc Ock, really nice for this fight. And he's done. Next, we're going to have one of our favorite Doc Ock fights, Mangog on 54. Same stuff as usual all the time. He's got natural power gain, so all we have to do is like parry heavy once, and then he's going to get stuck in an endless loop of being power drained. And we're going to go ahead and, because we're a max sig Doc Ock, we are siphoning some of the power that Mangog would have received while he is power drained. So it makes it really easy for me to get the to get back to another special 2, and we go from the triple debuff to the quintuple debuff there with 5 of them on. Then we're actually going to go for the rare sextuple debuff with 6 of them. We're going to go for a heavy attack at the end, and we are going to get almost 90,000 direct damage. Okay, we go for another one. You can see I just end up refreshing at 6. It caps at 6. We're going to parry heavy. We're going to get 89,900 direct damage if you slow that down. Incredible with Doc Ock. Last but not least, we've got Magneto against Zemo, and we've done this before. As long as you can work out the spacing on his heavy and his special 1 and get some intercepts in there, it's not so bad. You only want to go to special 3. Now, the last couple times I've done the Zemo, there you can see I was a little bit off there on my heavy counter on his special 1. You got to work out the timing. I suggest doing some duels. It helps out a lot. Now, normally what happens is after the special 3, I immediately hold block because there's a high probability chance that you are going to be rooted after you drop the special 3 because you're going to put so many bleeds on, it's going to remove his cleanse charges and immediately root you. But there is a chance, and it's a small chance because it happens in this particular fight where I'm going to drop the special 3, I'm going to hold block immediately afterwards thinking I'm going to be rooted, and I don't get rooted at all. So the magnetism completely shut it down this time. So it's going to be, we'll see what we're doing. Same thing as usual. Again, nice counter with the heavy after his special 1. Again, he throws a heavy, counter with my heavy. Now I just want to back off and build up some prowess. So I'm going to go ahead, hit into him, let him build throw another special. That was my plan here. Let him throw another special 1. See if he wants to do it. Didn't seem to want to throw it. So hit into his block again. Wait for him to throw it. Here we go. Dancing around finally. Alright, so I'm going to charge. Back off. Charge again. And we're going to charge one more time. Drop that special 3. And again, after the special 3, I'm going to hold block thinking I'm going to get rooted. And the magnetism shuts it down completely here. So there, I'm not rooted at all. So I can go right back into backing off of that special 1. I'm going to throw my special 1, which probably almost got me rooted there. I had to be careful, but took him out. There we go, guys. See you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.